Good morning, Wednesday, May 13th. I'm Alex with Main Street Briefing. Today, a $131 billion fraud bill on Main Street, why AI is making it worse, and which protections most owners still aren't using. 3 stories, 5 minutes, done. First, fraud, scams, and ransomware are now a $131 billion drag on American small business. That's the headline number from research the Public-Private Strategies Institute released during last week's National Small Business Week. The underlying findings are heavier than the dollar figure suggests. 72% of small businesses, nearly 3 out of 4, were hit by fraud, scams, or ransomware in the last 12 months. The average payment fraud loss landed near $60,000 per business. Email compromise events ran higher, averaging more than $90,000 per incident. For a 5-employee retailer or a 10-person services firm, those are not rounding errors. Those are existential events. The damage extends beyond the wire out. 43% of affected businesses said the fraud event made it harder to accept payments going forward. 40% said it hurt customer acquisition. 39% said it slowed innovation and new product launches. So the cost is not just the stolen check or the ransom payment. The cost is the months spent rebuilding payment trust and the deals that don't close because attention went elsewhere. The Federal Trade Commission flagged construction, professional services, and retail as the 3 most targeted small business sectors this year. What to watch? Pull your last 12 months of bank and merchant processor statements and flag any transaction over $5,000 you can't immediately match to a vendor invoice. Story 2. The threat isn't just bigger, it's getting faster because the attackers are using AI. 71% of small business owners surveyed expect AI to make fraud more prevalent over the next 12 months. That number alone is a sentiment red. The harder data point, among small businesses already targeted by fraud in the last year, 76% said AI tools were used in the attack itself. That includes voice cloning to impersonate the owner on calls to bookkeepers, AI-generated invoices that match a real vendor's format down to logo and routing language, and phishing emails with no spelling or grammar tells because a model wrote them. The traditional employee training around suspicious emails is no longer enough. The suspicious emails no longer look suspicious. The Federal Trade Commission used National Small Business Week to push 3 reminders that map to AI-era threats specifically. Verify any payment instruction by phone using a number from your records, not the email. Any urgent wire request should trigger a callback policy regardless of the requester's apparent identity. Anyone asking you to keep a transaction confidential is a red flag. Full stop. What to watch? Implement a written 2-person callback rule for any wire over $2,500 by Friday, signed by both you and your bookkeeper. Story 3. The tools that work best are the ones small business owners adopt least. The Public-Private Strategies Institute findings showed that the 3 most effective fraud defense tools, multi-factor authentication on every business account, cyber insurance with a meaningful claim limit, and a regular third-party security audit, are also the 3 least widely deployed at the under 50 employee level. Multi-factor authentication has the lowest cost and highest impact. It blocks the majority of credential stuffing and email compromise attempts, even if a password is stolen. Most banks, payroll providers, and accounting platforms now offer it free, but adoption among small firms still hovers below 40%. Cyber insurance is the second gap. Carriers are now offering policies designed for the under 20 employee market, with annual premiums in the $800 to $2,000 range for $1 million coverage. The third lever is policy. A March 2026 executive order directed federal agencies to develop a coordinated cybercrime action plan, with deliverables expected this summer that may include resource pathways for small businesses to access incident response support without paying retainer rates. What to watch? Turn on multi-factor authentication on your business email and bank login by end of day Thursday. It takes under 10 minutes and pays back the entire week. That's Wednesday. A $131 billion fraud bill, AI-fueled attacks, and the protections most owners still skip. I'm Alex. 3 stories, 5 minutes, done.